never, ever again choose to take the victim route when it comes to things that's going to be in my best interest and my community's best interest. How dare I take the victim route? I say we got to work harder. If you know Miss Mamie them down the street is struggling and they can't afford to get the house tax money up, but the house is paid for, everybody pull together and try to help Miss Mamie them. Instead of saying how these white folk trying to come in and take over the neighborhood. No, come on now. That's my 2 cents. Man. Welcome to the Man Lucrative Podcast. I'm the host, the one and only Magneto 7 in the building. I'm him. Listen, this is a weekend pod. Hopefully everybody's out here getting money. Hopefully everybody feels good. I feel good. I feel decent, but this is episode 119. 119. Yo, so I got a bone to pick. I'm starting with some smoke early. I'm going to shout all of y'all out in a minute. I'm going to shout everybody out, whoever's in the chat. I'm going to shout y'all out. But I got some smoke to pick right quick. All right, so check it out. I was literally just finishing up my pre-show over on TikTok. Well, I wasn't even finished with that joint. I was like 15 minutes in. Right? Hold up. Let me try to scroll up because I saw Trey said something and I can't see nothing on this screen. It's like it's locked up. Yo, Trey, I might have to restart the joint. Well, anyway. So I was literally just finishing up the pre-show, right? And I commented. It was a bar that Kanye said in one of his songs. It was one bar. And I turned the music down. I said, ha, 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 ha. If he said that nowadays, he would be canceled. That's all I said. I said, if Kanye said this nowadays, he'd be canceled. Now turn the music back up. As soon as I did that, it flagged me and said, you've been removed, you've been banned because like hate speech to the community on TikTok. So it's trash. It's trash. I will say that is the one thing. If it's anything that TikTok needs to fix, that's the one thing that they need to fix. They need a human. They need a human that's not a bot that's going to actually go through certain lives and say, okay, this is actually hate speech. Or somebody that can, like, if I do get pinged by AI, right? Can I say that? If I do get pinged by AI, I want somebody to go in and immediately be like, okay, nah, that wasn't no hate speech. He was just, right? But right now, so I'm banned over there for until December 22nd. Everybody, if I post, matter of fact, I will repost this. I'm going to repost this clip, post it on TikTok. Yo, I want y'all to send the Chinese people, because we already know. We already know the Chinese people run TikTok. So, hey, I'm not saying nothing hateful. I just want y'all to fix the algorithm. All of the engagement y'all push to people pages, that's fire. The fact that y'all got products that y'all are making available for content creators to use and actually make money off of, that's great. That's great. Instagram can learn something from, because right now it's just me and Trey right now on Instagram. But shouts out to Trey. And I think it might be somebody else, but it's even in this, right? This is the thing. If more people come on my live on Instagram, I can't really see who's coming in and out. I just see, like, it says one person. But it might be something that's somebody or 2 or 3 people that's in the live. It might be 2 or 3 people that's in the live, and I can't see who's physically there. On TikTok, I see everybody that's coming up. I can respond to them. I can do all this stuff. Anyway, we got to fix that. But anyway, welcome to episode 119. Let me do my shout-outs right quick. What up, Amy? Big Tim, what up? Eric, what up? Big Mike, what up? Susan, what up? I think this is over here. Trey, what up? And is that Dennis? Is that Dina? Is it Dina? What up? I don't know if you're still here. It says join. I don't know if you're still here. Tracy, I don't know if you're still here, but welcome. So this has been an interesting week. I've been in the whole moment of gratitude for the whole week, right? And I'm not going to make this a softy, deep pod because I feel like we did that Tuesday, on Wednesday's podcast, if you're watching this on YouTube. I feel like we were a little bit deep. I could take that a whole different like to a whole different place. But I feel like we were a little bit deep on the pod earlier this week, so I do want to be a little bit light today. But as y'all know, I get inbox messages from a lot of people, and one clip specifically want us to jump on first because I do feel like it's very important to I think it's very important to know. Hold up, I'm gonna come right back in a minute over here on Instagram. I'm gonna come back right in a hot second. All right. I don't know if I'm gonna have to cancel the live in a minute. Let's see. But yo, I finally got my laptop back, yo. I got it back, and I got all my sound effects. I almost feel like him again. I always say I'm him, but I actually feel like I'm him today. So yeah, I got my stuff back, so we can actually go back to regularly scheduled programming like it was. Golly, I haven't had a laptop since episode 95, something like that. It's crazy. But I do want to start with some business first, and then we could get to some funnies. But we got to start with the business. It's a clip that I got. So, girl speaking on mortgages, and she's talking about how she feels like she should have gotten some information before she decided to make the purchase. I'm gonna play the clip, and then we're gonna go ahead and start talking about it. But we got a little bit of Jonathan Major. We got a little bit of Atlanta news. We got a little bit of everything. All right, so let's see where we at. That Ray J joint is hilarious. Give me 1 second, y'all. Give me 1 second. I'm still looking. Tim said, no, I'm not gonna talk about that. Tim, I just told you I got canceled. I literally just got well, not canceled, but I can't get on TikTok until December the 22nd. So I'm definitely not talking about that. Anything as it relates to LGBTQ plus, nope. Nope. I don't care about the law or none of that stuff today. Nope. I gotta get back in good graces. Y'all know my stance. Everybody already knows my stance on all this stuff. So I do think at some point it's kind of like picking fun at somebody. I do feel like that. At some point, it's like picking fun. If you just keep reintroducing the same thing over and over and over and over, I feel like it's like a big middle finger to a certain community. And I'm not trying to pick fun, but that's what's going on. All right, where is she at? The crazy thing is I have so many different messages, and I try to save the ones I want to expound on, but it don't be working out sometimes. All right, so being that I can't find her clip just yet, we're going to start with the Jonathan Majors joint. We're going to start with the Jonathan Majors. Jonathan Majors need to come to the stage. He got to come to the stage. All right. So, I think it was the clip that you sent me. If you the clip that you sent me, if you can, resend me the clip so I can go ahead and post it.
Long.
All right.
I find women.
But this right here. This auntie right here. Hold up. I just said to Jonathan Majors. I'm everywhere today. I'm everywhere. Give me a second. My apologies. We got a lot going on. All right, Jonathan Major right here. It's a surveillance.
What in the haberdasheries and hemoglobin is going on here? This is the surveillance footage of Jonathan Majors and his ex-girlfriend. Yo, how come I did not know they had a full foot chase through the city, man? Look at this, man. Look, he's like, man, get on. Bernard. This is a full foot chase through the city, man. They frolicking out here. We still running. They still running. They running through every borough of New York City right here, man. They done ran past every camera in the city. All the bodega cameras, all the parking lot cameras, the bank cameras, everything. The CVS cameras, the Walgreens cameras. They just running. Jesus Christ, it's Jason Bourne.
All right, so that's the clip. Shouts out to Jonathan Majors. All right, so look. All right, I have to choose the lesser of the evils, right? I got the angel on this shoulder. I got the demon on this shoulder. I'm gonna choose the demon today. Uh, yo, Susie, I gotta choose the demon today. We got to make it fun. So there's new footage of Jonathan Major. If you didn't, because I didn't realize that it actually had audio to it. I was actually just looking at the clip, and I was like, oh, it's some audio to it. So anyway, it's the clip that's out now. I don't know who presented the clip, but Jonathan Majors and the estranged girlfriend has footage. It's footage. There's actually footage of her chasing him, and he's trying to get away. That's a whole nother funny subject right there. But okay, let's do this. Let's do this, because I think everybody has been in the position of believe women. If she said it, it gotta be real. All right. Hey, Angela, y'all, hey, I'ma always say stand for women. But here is proof. All right. So look, everybody that wanted, matter of fact, I ain't even gonna say everybody. I'm gonna go straight to the people with the money. Marvel, go ahead and bring Jonathan Majors back. Give that man his bag. Everybody, I think everybody wants to see Jonathan Majors in the new Loki and all the Marvel Universe stuff. So bring him back. Bring him back. Secondly, I'm gonna ask all my fellas. Does this prove all my black dudes, all my black dudes? Does this prove that we should not date white women? Just your opinion. This is your opinion. I want to know what y'all think. I know Angela like, oh my God, he about to get on it today. I'm not gonna get canceled. It's none of that. I just want to know I just want the facts. I want the facts. Does this prove that we need to be dating the sisters? Because I think I find it very ironic that as soon as Jonathan Majors got in this trouble with that girlfriend, he immediately goes to Megan Good. Now, if it's a publicity stunt and it's their PR getting together, say, I think y'all look good together. Y'all need to be we need some pictures of y'all in the public. If you show up to court with him a few times, I think that'll work wonders for his image. Is that what this is? Or did Jonathan Majors wise up and say, you know what? I need to go holler at a sister for real. Cause messing with this white girl done got me all my bread gone. I do hope that they're as loud with this clip as they were with the allegations. I will say that. And don't nobody want to answer the question if everybody's scared to answer the question if they think black dudes should date white women. Y'all scared to answer that question. That's fine. I honestly, me personally, I don't have an issue with it. I just think it's very ironic that he immediately goes to Making Good. And it's a whole cleanup of the image. Like, come on, yo. Come on. But again, I hope that everybody that said, no, he did it. Everybody that came up from his past and said, no, he was a real mean guy. He was really hard to work with. I hope that all of y'all are just as loud and scream the praises that he didn't do it, because the surveillance shows she's been the aggressor. Right? I hope that everybody is just as loud, because I'm really tired of everybody in these social media streets spewing hate and saying, well, you got to believe women first. Because he is a man and he's stronger than her. He got more money than her. And y'all know exactly where I want to go. Y'all know exactly where I want to go. Y'all know where I want to go. I'm gonna say it's a C, it's a C and a D. And y'all fill in the blank. A C and a D. But I don't like it. I really don't like it. Another thing, this is something else, and I'm gonna go to my, what's her name? Honeydew Holistics. So I think it's funny that I've also been promoting couples and families, and everybody should get together and love on each other. Yo, go love that sister. Look at that bronze skin. Look at that chocolate girl. I've been doing this for a minute, right? Trying to push families together and say, women, you know what? Y'all don't have to be strong. You literally do not have to be strong. Actually, it's men out here that want to be with you. They really want to be with you, but you're not presenting yourself as such. This is a clip that proves my point. I love it too. This is funny.
You know what? I wasn't gonna say anything, but I think I'm a little bothered now. Because why is it that the girls, the independent girls, is pushing out this narrative that we're independent girls? What the fuck? Don't say 2024. We're gonna leave the independent shit in 2023. Don't say that. Shh. Don't say that. Don't say that word. Because niggas are starting to think that they don't have to do shit for us because we could do it. It's not about it. It's not about It's not about us doing it. It's about you doing it. And I don't know about you bitches, but I want a nigga to spend money on me. I don't give a fuck if he turns around and says, oh, I did this for you, I did that. As you should. You're a man. Go chop a tree, build a house.
Chop
That's
a
what
tree,
you're supposed to do. What? So what? Say it. Okay, I'm gonna be looking like them. I'm just a girl. Sorry. Y'all got this shit twisted. You independent bitches, keep that shit to y'all fucking selves.
Yo.
Good for you, Miss Independent. That's why he used you.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. I love
You
it.
know what?
All right. So, I'm going to find her name too. I'm going to find her name so y'all can follow her. She's dope. She's funny too. She's funny. I think it's great. I think it's great that we have sisters like this that's saying, look, men, we need you. We need you to come do the strong stuff. We need you to be the man. I like it. I like it. Now, I didn't look at the comments. I did not look at the comments. But I will say, I think the timing of it all is funny. I think the timing of it all is it's very interesting that the timing is now that she's saying this. Keep in mind, it's still a recession. Folk hard up. Folk still need some money. A lot of the women don't know how to dial back on some of their spending. So, is that a part of why she's saying we need to dial back the independent stuff because everybody hard up and everybody needs some money? Or does she really believe, I need to be with a man because I feel like it's more stable in a relationship. Honestly, I want to see. Tim said, you been saying that. You been saying that. So look, this is all right. I'm scrolling through the comments too right now. Scrolling through the comments. Oh, Sean, what up, Sean? What up? What up? So exactly. Okay, you say let them. You ain't taking care of no woman. All right, here we go. Okay. Yo, hey, it's Sam. Sam always come in and say something. Matter of fact, anyway, shouts out to you, Sam. Thank you for coming in the chat. Do you actually want to be here? Like, all right, so tell me this. All right, we're going to start a poll. All my fellas is out here. Do y'all think that we should be taking care of women in 2023, 2024? Do y'all think we should be taking care of women? And when I say taking care of women, I'm not talking about a marital relationship. I'm not talking about dating. I'm just talking about the basics. The basics. If you see a woman coming through the door, and some of this will count as courtesy. Some of it will count as courtesy. I get that. But when a woman's walking through the door, should you open the door? Should you walk around to the passenger side, open the door for the woman? Should you offer to pay for certain things? Are we taking care of women in 2023, 2024? I'm going to say yes. For me, I'm going to say yes. All right. Tim said, all right. Uh-oh. Typing. Depends. All right, it depends on what? Us taking care of women depends on what? It depends on what? Cause my standpoint when it comes to taking care of a woman, of women in general, I look at us as the stronger individuals. I really do. And I'm not talking about just from I'm gonna say physical. Because there's some women out here that's handling business, but I don't personally feel like those women would do that naturally. I feel like a lot of them are forced into the position to have to be the strong woman. You want to add strong black woman to it. I feel like a lot of them are forced into that position. It depends on how they act. See, it depends on if they show appreciation. Okay, all right. I see where we're going with this. So this is my thing. All right, let's. Angela says, of course. Angela, stay out of this. I'm specifically talking to the men. You don't have to leave the chat. I'm just saying I'm talking to the men right now. All right. I got the next subject I want you to chime in on. I definitely want you to chime in on. But so let's do this. Let's run this scenario. And this is for Tim and this is for Sam specifically. If we're all out in the jungle, we're gonna strip away everything, every resource. The only thing that y'all have is a lighter. You got clothes, you got lighter, you got clothes, and you got water. All right? Are you depending on the woman to go kill the bear? Are you depending on the woman to kill the food to figure out what y'all gonna eat? If it's a big animal, it's a big ass bear come and say, bite the hell out you, right? Big ass bear come. Are you depending on that woman to protect you from that bear? Basics. This is very basic. You say depending on how big the woman is. Come on now, you funny. That's funny. I give you that. But no, I honestly believe that we're the stronger beings. Now, I do believe that we should have the input from the women. I think the input is necessary. I think some of the heartsy stuff that we don't really use, yeah, go to them. And I might even get counsel for that because everybody is sensitive. Everybody's just mad. What you mean depend on me for the heart? I think you should be depending on me for everything. I'm the woman. God was a woman. Even with this stuff, all right? Angela. Hey, Ebony, what's up? Welcome. If y'all say God is a woman again, show me proof. I want to see proof. Give me some proof. And I know all my deep people that smoke, that light the incense and smoke weed consistently, y'all will have some pushback because y'all are the free thinkers, man. How do you know God was a big? How do we even know God was even a man or a woman? God could just be light. I'm just saying. And I don't want to get into that. This is a Saturday pod. But yeah, I'm gonna say that. I'm gonna end on that. I'm gonna conclude on that. Men should take care of women. I'm gonna say that. I clap for myself. All right. Auntie got something to say to y'all black women. Yo, and it's not gonna. We're gonna lighten up a little bit. I wanted to talk about the real estate thing, but I can't find the clip. I literally cannot find the clip. All right, so Auntie Iyanla Vanzant got something to say to y'all women. Listen closely. We talking.
Devices for too long. I find women to be mean as hell. I'm sorry. We're
Really?
mean.
Oh my gosh. Am I mean?
Oh yes.
Yes.
Jasmine, are you mean?
A little bit.
Yeah, you might be.
I'm straightforward too.
Yeah.
I'm in your face and on your world, but I'm not mean.
Okay. Are you aggressive?
No, I'm assertive.
Okay.
I'm not aggressive.
What's the difference?
Well, first of all, your intention.
Okay.
In assertiveness, it's about dominion and accomplishing a particular thing. And aggressive, it's about control and getting what you're going for.
Gotcha.
And
Okay.
there's a difference. One comes from the head, one comes from the
Intention.
heart. Assertion comes from the heart. Aggression comes from the head. And it's ego and control. And women today, I find, certain generations of women today are extremely aggressive, unkind, unloving, and mean as hell. Vices.
So look. Let's give her a clap for that. Honestly, when it comes to any woman subject, I feel like I can conclude on that one statement by itself. So let's do this. And I want my women to chime in on this. Everybody that's in the super chats, women specifically. Do y'all feel like what's up? Women specifically. Everybody that's in the super chat. Do y'all agree with what she said first? Do y'all feel like because of the devices that's in our hands, in y'all hand, I ain't talking about the men. This on y'all. Y'all in the hot seat right now. But do y'all feel like the devices that's in your hands as a woman is making y'all present yourselves as mean, hateful, and don't want to be bothered? Do y'all think that? The few people that's right here on Instagram, welcome. You can chime in if you want to. But super chat, what do y'all think? What do y'all think? Because I look at it like this. All right, let's do this. In the event that you go to a dinner, right? This is a basic dinner. You go to a dinner, you out with your man, you out with your woman, whatever. And everybody's just chilling. On average, everybody's just at the restaurant chilling. If a woman speaks to another woman, I've seen them side-eye each other and be looking like, why are you talking to me? I've literally seen it happen. And then look, the funny thing is, if I look at the same woman, she give me good energy. Why is that? Or if, hold up, I'm reading through the comments. You typing a whole lot, girl. All right, so Angela said, I definitely agree with this. It's based on people being disconnected in today's day and age. So, but I feel like the disconnection is curated. I feel like people are jumping into the hole of disconnection. Because look, let's do this. The ironic thing is everybody has the control of their own phones. Nobody's making you use your phone. That's one thing. Nobody's making you do anything. So when it comes to just opting in to connecting with community, connecting with the environment, and seeing what's going on, everybody's choosing to do these things. Nobody's making you do anything. And I'm not fussing out the women. I know my tone might be a little harsh every now and then. That's just my tone. But I don't feel like nobody is making anybody do anything. All right? Susan says, I definitely agree. One of my coworkers, they're always on their phone. Give me a second. You know I got that 5th grade. I be reading. Why I be reading fast? I be reading real fast through the first couple sentences. And I be slowing down like, wait. Like, wait. Susan. So the coworker, all right, so this is my question for you. You're the woman, your coworker's a woman too, I'm assuming. When it comes to y'all's day-to-day interaction, how is it on average? On average, what up? On average, is y'all's communication good, or is it just like existing? On average, she's always disconnected. All right. So then this is the thing. Would you say that she has the ability to control herself from being on the phone or off the phone? Ain't nobody making her do that. I think a lot of people are on their phone consistently because they're not trying to address what's going on in real life. I think a lot of people they're connected. They like this. Something else going on, all hell breaking loose in their real life, and they on their phone looking at Shade Room. They looking at the comments. They having a pity party with somebody. Like for me, I just don't believe in connecting with that type of energy. It's just counterproductive. For me, it's counterproductive. Ladies, get off your phone. I think enough of my fellas are actually trying to handle business, and that's why I can talk kind of from this perspective. Most of the dudes that's in my space right now is handling real business. They out there trying to lock down a real estate deal. They trying to lock down a landscaping deal. They trying to lock down the next medical. Like they're doing real stuff. I think a lot of women, it goes back to the first part. I think a lot of them are working under that cushion. I don't feel like doing it, and if I don't have to do it, I'm not going to do it. I don't necessarily feel like that's a bad thing, though. But don't come with pushback. Don't come with pushback to the fellas when you're choosing to do certain things. I'm going to get off of that. I found the real estate clip. We're going to talk about this. I thought that was pretty cool. And then we're going to talk about the Kurt Franklin joint. And then we got to get out of here. Cause I'm almost an hour in. So, all right, let's see. This lady's name is Amber.
Okay.
This lady's name is Amber Marie Green on Instagram. She's dope. But listen to this.
Tell me, and now I'm
Let
salty.
me start it over. I want y'all to hear this.
Here's something they will not tell you when you buy a house.
What up, Make It Happen
Or at
Project?
least they didn't tell me,
Josh,
and
what
now
up?
I'm salty. So when I first bought my house, my mortgage payment was $1,151. After my first year living in that house, they raised my mortgage to $1,579. The fuck? I thought I was tripping. That is a $428 increase. I was under the impression that my mortgage payment would literally never change, but I was wrong. So here's what happened, and I'm going to use example numbers. So let's say there's a house and the value of that house is $20,000. Because the value of the house is so low, that means that the property taxes are also going to be significantly low. So let's just say the property taxes are only $500 per year. Okay, now let's say an investor comes in and rehabs the entire house, puts everything brand new into the house, boom. Now it's a beautiful home. And now the value of that house is $150,000. Okay, now because the value of the house went up, that means that the property taxes are also going to go up.
Right.
So now the property taxes are $2,000 per year instead of $500. And this is what they did not tell me. The fuck? So basically, I believe it's every single year they come and do an assessment of your house. And they say, what's the value of this house from last year to this year? And if your property has increased in value, they are going to increase your taxes. Now, I am highly upset with the people who, my mortgage lender and my realtor, for not explaining this to me. And the reason why I'm so upset is because I would have been okay with that if they would have explained that to me and I was ready and prepared. But no, I just got a bill in the mail and it said a $428 increase due in 2 months. I believe the issue is a lot of the times, especially when it comes to young people and first-time home buyers, realtors and mortgage lender, whoever you're dealing with, they don't want to give you all the information up front because they just want to make the sale. They just want to make money. And I believe that is so unethical because now I don't even want to work with you. Like, just tell me so I know and I'm prepared.
All right,
Okay,
so
here's
shouts out to her. Hold on, let me give her a clap because she just. I feel her pain, but we gonna talk. Let's talk. Let's talk. All right, so as y'all know, I'm into real estate. As a contractor, I'm a contractor, and I've done some flips and all that stuff, right? So this is the thing. As a flipper. Yes, as a flipper, the main objective is to get into a property, fix that joint up. If it got hardwood floors, but it's carpet up underneath the hardwood floors, rip the carpet up. We gonna shine them floors out. We gonna put a new stain on that joint. We gonna put the polyurethane on top of that joint. If it's nasty countertops, if it's nasty cabinets, we gonna take all that out the house. We gonna put some new stuff in there. Put them granite countertops in there. Change all the windows. We're gonna do that. The aim is to make money. I think, and again, we got a lot to unpack with this one clip. The aim is to make money, but I think for her to say real estate agents and the people that's the real estate brokers, they're in it to make money, and what she's trying to say is what they're doing is predatory. I don't necessarily agree with it too much. I will say this. And I'll go back to, let's see. We'll go back to 2015. We go back to 2015 in my household. Dead broke, trying to figure out how to make money, mad at everybody. Don't think that nobody's in my corner. Feel like everybody has everything against me, right? An opportunity presents itself, and the opportunity was this particular house, right? House presented itself. It's a whole nother story, which you'll have to go to some of my older stuff and just start looking around. But I got clips with me talking about how we got into this property and all this stuff. I got clips talking about that. But me knowing that, okay, this house is messed up. Right now, they're willing to sell it to me for $45,000. It's livable. Technically, it's livable. but it need a new roof on it. It need like the hardwood floors was messed up. The basement smelled like piss. It had dog crap everywhere down here. It was a nasty looking house back in 2015. But guess what? I was in a position where I was dead broke. I didn't have any other opportunities. And I said, we just need somewhere to stay. But I also had in my mind, I want to make sure we have something where we stay that it's a good investment where if we do choose to decide to sell it or to rent it out, we're going to get some good comps. I had that in my brain from the jump. Now, what I know is when you do get into home ownership, the hidden cost is what most people don't talk about. The hidden cost is going to be if the water heater breaks, how you going to fix it? If you got a hole in your roof or a tree fall on your house and you ain't got insurance, how you going to fix it? If you get, what else normally breaks? A furnace. If a furnace breaks in the middle of winter, how much is it going to cost? If you got an old AC unit, how much is it going to cost to replace? Like all of these are the hidden costs that you don't necessarily look at when you first get into it. But now, this is the flip side of it. When it comes to politics, and Tommy, Tim, hey, I know y'all love when I get into my bag. I'm not going to get into a Donald Trump bag today. I'm not going to get into the Republican versus Democrat. I ain't getting into none of that today. I want to make this as fun as possible, which I don't think it's been fun at all. I don't think any of it's been fun. Hey, I'm going to read that in a minute. But I know when we get into our voting bag and we look at how we sway towards certain things, everybody start reading into the different policies that these people are trying to present and that they want to implement into our spaces. Because I will say this, anytime somebody gets into office, they tell you exactly what they're trying to do. They tell you exactly what they're trying to do. And for her, I'm assuming that she has a decent job. If she can pay $1,500 a month in rent or in mortgage, she got a decent job, right? I'm going to tell you this. If somebody is willing to pull a lot of money from the middle class, or they're trying to pull a lot of money from the upper class, where they going to pull it from and who is it going to? That's what I'm asking you. That's the first question. If they're pulling money from the middle class and the upper class, who is the money going to? I'm going to tell you off the rip. Living from the impoverished side of things, because I told you we had to get on WIC. I've had a lot of living. I know how it is. They pull the money from the middle and upper class and put it in the lower class communities. But now this is the issue. If everybody's struggling, middle, upper, lower, if everybody's struggling, who's going to get what? That's why we're going to have a whole lot of thieves out here in these streets. But I ain't going to veer off. I'm not going to veer off. Back to her. Another hidden cost will always be the taxes. It's going to be there. I think this is why people need to start fighting for their communities to be better. And they should fight for, anytime you see anything in your neighborhood that's messed up, it's up to you to like, hey, yo, city council, yo, what we gonna do about this pothole? I just bust my tire in this pothole. Y'all need to be on these people because you're paying for it. When it comes to the school system, and your kid in a school with all hood kids, and y'all know the hood kids. Y'all know the hood kids. First grade got the J's. First grade they got the J's. The kid come in class smelling like weed because auntie and mama and daddy and all them smoke weed at the house. Yeah, yo, what we gonna do about this? If this is the teacher don't want to really take no time with the students. Why? We pay for it. That's your tax dollars. That house tax, the education tax. Look at your bill. Look at your bill. You're going to pay for it. But now I will say what she's saying does not justify not going out to buy a house. I'm going to always say try to go out and make the investment and buy a property if you're in a position to do that. I don't say that's a ticket to run away from purchasing a house. Like, it's so much to unpack when it comes to her. I'm going to come back to it. I'm going to read that comment too, Big Mike. I see what you said. Let's see. Trey said it's a 50-50 in being predatory. In her scenario, she felt that she was taken advantage of, but not being. So, exactly. Okay, now this is the thing. This the thing, Trey, and I know my wife will go back and forth. My wife will be like, "You shouldn't have said that. You ain't got nothing." This is my thing. I don't agree. I don't agree totally when somebody says something is predatory and they've been taken advantage of when we have Google. There it is. I said it. I feel like it's very difficult for somebody to be taken advantage of when we have Google. Because this is the thing. When you are in the middle of making a big purchase, for me, all right, so I'll give y'all my example. I was going back and forth because I wanted to get my wife a BMW for, this was before we got the Mazda. I wanted to get a BMW, right? So I was doing the research. Keep in mind, we have Google. How is it? How am I get taken advantage of when you got Google? But anyway, so I started doing research. I'm looking at the stats. I'm looking at what's the probability of the car breaking down by 100,000 miles. How much maintenance cost is going to go into the car by 100,000 miles? After 100,000 miles, how many people had to get rid of their car? How many people had to get rid of their car after 100,000 miles of getting this particular BMW? Is this the best class of BMW I should get for the gas mileage? Like, I did all the research. And then I A-B the BMW to the Mercedes, then the Mercedes to the Mazda. Like, I know it's a big jump. It's a big jump. But I did the A, B, and B. I did A, B, C, and I said, okay, based off of these stats, I'm going to get the same type of luxury in this car. And then by the time I hit 150,000 miles, 200,000 miles, I shouldn't have anything to do with the car. Like, we should still be good. The transmission, I'm looking at the oil change light. I'm looking at everything. Cause why? We got Google. So when I go to the dealership and I know they're trying to sell me on some BS, I know, well, based off of the stats that I read on Google, based off of what I read on Google, how is it for me? How are they going to take advantage of me? So I would count what she's saying as not doing all the research. I would count that as not doing all the research. Everybody, and I think this is one thing, everybody that's in super chats, Mike, I got you. Mike heated over here. I got you. I think this is one thing. This is one thing. Mike Teasy, what up, man? God dang on Mike Teasy in the building. Let me get this man a clap, man. Mike Teasy, bro. Yo, me and Mike Teasy gonna have some ridiculous joints coming out soon. But all right, look. Mike says you think this predatory too. I don't think it is. This is the thing. How is anything predatory when you have Google? How? Cause look, all right, let's do this. All right, let's do this. All my ladies, Susan said, I understand what you're saying, but they could have told her, could have shared the information with her. All right, so look, let's do this. Anybody that has the ability to share some information with you that's going to cause them to not get the sale, why would they share the information? I'm going to repeat it again. Everybody in the back of the class, tune in, take your headphones off. Get off your phone. How can anybody be Well, is it if? Look, I'm a mess. I want to cuss. I'm not gonna cuss. I want to cuss, but I'm not gonna cuss. How is it? Why would somebody share all the information with you? Why? This is the first question. Why would anybody share all the information with you if it's going to present them or it's going to keep them from getting the sale? Everybody wants to sell. Everybody got a life. Everybody has a family. Everybody has responsibilities. I wouldn't present something. Now, I'm a different person because I believe in, like, I've been a musician for years, right? I've always been a musician where I don't want to go to the church and make money off of the church because I felt like I was being predatory. I felt like I was being predatory if I tried to go to the church and get a check. Because I was like, yo, I thought the last time I checked, and you look in the Bible, or you looking in just being a Christian, you're supposed to give to the church as Christ would give to the church. And then you're supposed to, your gift is supposed to make room, right? All of the scriptures that go along with it. But why would I go to the church and say, well, I need to get paid $500 a Sunday? Why would I go to the church and say, well, I need a stack per month? If I feel like that's predatory on going to the church, why would See, I got you. I got you. But no, like I understand everybody has to live. Everybody has to live. That's what I'm saying. I just don't know why somebody would share all the information with you if they know. All right, look, and this is for my real estate agents too. For my real estate agents, some of y'all are nasty. Some of y'all are like nasty little car salesmen. Y'all in these streets starting yourself around. Some of y'all are nasty. But for my real estate people, why would you withhold the information? I think I know why they will withhold information. I think the real estate agent knows that you got approved for a $300,000 loan. I think the real estate agent knows that you can afford paying a mortgage on a $300,000 loan. I also know that the real estate agent's probably like, yo, I need that 5%. I need that 5% off this sale. So why would I try to present? You can afford $300,000, but you probably should be paying $150,000. Let's find you a $150,000 house. But you can afford $300,000. Now think about it like that. If you think about it like that, then yeah, they're going to present you the most expensive option possible. It's up to you to do the research. Mike says you agree. And I'm not trying to win you over. I just say I don't like that people try to get online and then they make these sob stories and they say, well, they took advantage of me, everything I did. They used me. I ain't gonna say that. Yeah, I'm staying away from it. I'm doing a good job of staying away from all the lawsuits that we've just seen in the past couple of weeks. I'm doing a really good job staying away from these lawsuits. Talking about the lawsuits. But you took advantage of me. I can't believe you did this at all these years. Okay, if you got taken advantage of, let me see how much money you actually spent. Let me see how many trips you went on. Let me see how much money you invested since I used you. Let me see all the investments that you invested in from me using you. All right, I'm gonna get off of it. What you say, Trey? Let me see what Trey said. Google is not predatory, but people can be. Exactly. She may have Googled it, but and this is the other thing, and this is what I get on my wife about this part. I always say, are you asking the right questions? Because I will say this. And I've talked about my repos. I've talked about me being at the bottom of the credit, like having a 300 credit score. I've talked about all of this stuff before, right? I do realize that if you ask the right questions to the right people, most of the time they're going to give you the right answer. Most of the time. Guess why? Because then if they don't give you the right answer at that point, then yes, it is predatory. My apologies. My apologies to the chat. If they don't give you the right answer after that, then I do feel like it's predatory. But if you ask the right questions to the right people, they're going to give you an answer. Now, this is the third half of that. If you ask the right questions to the right people and they give you an answer, go research the answer that they gave you. And then see if the answer that they gave you applies to your situation. You can't just be blanket. You can't have a blanket statement. It's just like a music manager. And that's why I used to get mad at music managers because I was like, yo, you try to use me. It's being the victim. It's being the victim when you know, okay, I can ask you this question. You give me a response. It's up to me to take your response at face value or I go Google your response and say, yo, he said this, but based off of this, I shouldn't be doing this. I shouldn't really do this. This might not be in my best interest. Nicole said this same thing happened to you. All right, so this is same thing happened to you. Your house tax went from $900 to $3,000. And this is the thing. And I'm gonna read this. I'm gonna read that in a minute. This is the thing. Why would you not want your property value to go up? That's one. Why would you not want your? This is the same thing. This is why I get on all of my black folk. I love my people. We're the most loving people. We cook the best food. I feel like most of us are the most genuine people. But when it comes to the things that we complain about, I feel like we complain about some dumb stuff. I feel like we complain. I feel like, okay, and I'm gonna sound like I'm caping for white people right now. And that's not the aim. Sue, I know you like, yes, come home. I'm not caping for white people. I'm gonna read this in a minute. I'm not caping for white people, but case in point, right? This particular house, my permanent, my primary residence, right? When I first moved over here, we first got this house. The house tax on this house was $750. $750 was the house tax price on this particular house back in 2016. 2016, the house tax was $750. I'm gonna say it again. In 2016, the house tax was $750. But look, watch this. During that time period, we had crack houses everywhere. We had the junkies walking up and down the street. We had the police precinct going crazy. We had folk they wasn't breaking into our house, but in the surrounding areas, folk were breaking in all the time, breaking and entering. It was a whole lot. But the house tax was $750. So I was like, why would I complain? Right? Fast forward to now. My house tax on this house right here is $4,000. The house tax on my primary residence right now is $4,000. But watch this. We got the Starbucks coming right here. We got the new Dunkin'. They done cleaned up this area. They got new condos everywhere. My property tax done went from, I paid $45,000 for my house. Now it's worth $400,000. We got folk walking. Y'all know when the white folks start walking up and down the street with their dogs, with their headphones in, they feel safe. Fresh ginger. Got gentrification. Shouts out to what's the dude name? The guru, the real estate guru. I'm gonna find what his name is. I love him on Instagram. But yo, fresh ginger. Gentrification. Guess what? It benefits me. It benefited me for the property value to go up. Because guess what? It boosts my net worth. It boosts the value of the property, where if I wanted to sell, I can sell. If I want to pull some equity off of it, I can pull some equity, go buy another piece of property. So how did it really hurt me? Now, I think what happens is we see auntie and grandmama and all of them get kicked out of the house because the family don't want to pull together to pay the house tax. That's what I think we see. But while I would not take the victim, I will never ever again choose to take the victim route when it comes to things that's going to be in my best interest and my community's best interest. How dare I take the victim route? I say we got to work harder. If you know Miss Mamie them down the street is struggling and they can't afford to get the house tax money up, but the house is paid for, everybody pull together and try to help Miss Mamie them. Instead of saying how these white folk trying to come in and take over the neighborhood. No, come on now. That's my 2 cents. People take advantage of, in fact, it's conflicting information out there. Case in point, inches, fitness. Exactly. The fitness industry is a very good example. Let me see what Trey said. Never ain't gonna ask questions and play a long game. And this is the thing. And I'm gonna go to the Kirk clip. Golly, I'm an hour 14 in. But I'm gonna go to the Kirk clip, right? More of the same. I just think this. I'm gonna say this too, and this is for my personal family. I love my family. If I said anything on any of my pods that made y'all feel like I don't appreciate the life that was provided to me, whether it was the best or whatever, I know that y'all did y'all best. I know that y'all gave y'all everything. I love y'all for that. But I'm not gonna dwell in the past. I'm not going to continue the same story. I'm not going to even continue the same story of the same vacations. I'm trying to level up where the whole family go to Egypt, where the whole family go to Paris. And because I honestly feel like this. This is how I feel. I honestly feel like this. When it comes to finances and money and just doing well in life. You're not doing good in life if everybody else can't benefit from you doing good. If you're the only one that's benefiting from you doing good, you ain't doing good yet. You're not changing nobody's life. You're not causing them to have any new experiences in life. And I feel like the wealth of life is built in the experience of life. That's how I feel. The wealth of life is built in the experience of life. And when I say the experience of life, I ain't even talking about doing good all the time. I honestly feel like when you're down and you in that pork and beans, that pork and beans, oodles and noodle stage, it's even something in that part of life that you should appreciate and say, yo, we could not be eating nothing, but we got this pork and beans, we got this ramen noodles. And guess what? Same thing like what I said last week. If God sees you doing that, he gonna be like, yo, this mug is, he's smiling with the pork and beans and the ramen noodles. Man, send his mug to Benny Hanna's, man. Send his mug to Benny Hanna's. Are you happy with this? And you gonna offer to pay for their bill? Man, send his mug. That's how I look at all of this. All right, we're gonna go to the Kurt clip. I think I got just enough time. We're gonna get to this Kurt clip. If you got anything else in the super chat you want to talk about as it relates to the real estate stuff, go ahead and put it in there. If y'all got something you want to talk about. What up, cuz? What up? This the Kurt clip. Yo, listen.
My very first recording contract at 23 years old, the label I signed with, they took 100% of my publishing.
Huh?
100% of my publishing.
How you let that happen?
Because I didn't really know any better. The people that had represented me didn't know. It was new for everyone. I didn't know what an entertainment attorney was. The attorney that I had was probably like a real estate attorney. Didn't really know who to reach out to. This was 1993.
Right.
I'm living in Texas. It's not an entertainment space.
Correct.
I didn't, and then gospel music has never been privy to a lot of agents and attorneys and representatives and managers. That's not the ecosystem that gospel music has always matriculated through. Mm-hmm. And so we didn't have a lot of professionals in our space to be able to try to gather information. And they took 100% of my
So
publishing.
you got.
I got early on. I'm old enough now where a lot of the copyright laws, they now revert back to me.
Right.
And then so that's a blessing, because after 30, 35 years, there's this reversion process.
Right.
And so, but no, most of my deals early on were all bad deals. I just wanted to do music.
Right.
And it came back to bite me.
All right, so now this is matter of fact, let me give Kurt a clap for this, because I love the transparency. Shouts out to Kurt Franklin, yo. I ain't gonna front. The last thing Kurt said that was like the monumental moment for me is when he cussed his son out. When he cussed his son out on the phone, he said, "Get your ass." He just, yo, priceless. That was a priceless moment. But anyway, so if y'all missed that, everybody in the super chat, hold up, you still talking about the real estate thing. You still talking about the real estate. White people are indeed trying to be predatory when it comes to moving into our communities. Come on, yo. How we gonna keep? All right, M-Base, hold up, man. We got the motherfucking M-Base in the building, man. What up? Yo, let's not make this. So look, and you one of them people that'll go back and say, yo, the white people got it out against our people. We need to go march. You gonna march about something and ain't nothing gonna get done. You literally gonna mark it. Yo, what up, heroes? What up? You one of them people that's gonna go downtown Atlanta and go march and say, we need to stop gentrification. Guess what? People like me and probably M-Base too. We gonna be like, yo, you looking crazy. We leveling up. We getting money out here. Cause look, this is the thing. Mike, I understand what you're trying to say, but it's just not a good case. Mike, if any event that you buy a house in the hood, and I don't want to look at you. I know it's a chat. But in the event that you buy a house in the hood, why would you not aim for the piece of property to level up and mature to the point where you can pull the profit? Why would you not? The whole point in life is to progress and to do better. But everybody want to blame white folk for stuff. The white people. And then for the folk that don't want to blame white people, then they want to blame the Mexicans. Yeah, the Mexicans coming over here to take the job. No, the Mexicans technically not taking the job. The Mexicans coming over here trying to get work because they're trying to do the stuff that you don't want to do. Just like the robots gonna take all of the factory work because niggas don't want to come to. I went the whole pod without saying nigga, yo. I went the whole pod without saying nigga. I just said it. But look, we gonna have niggas in the hood smoking weed, complaining about how, yo, Amazon just laid us off, man. They put them damn robots in there. Don't be the victim, yo. I can't stand when we choose the victim route. Heroes, you say tuned in. I can't stand when we choose it. And that's why I played the Kurt Franklin clip. All right, so I'm going to go back to it, and we about to end. We're going to wrap it up. I'm not going to get riled up. This has been a decent pod so far. Matter of fact, I'm going to give it a clap because I feel like I've done decent. All right, so this is the point. This is the point. I feel like everybody that knows that they're them or him or she or her, everybody that knows that they're them always pushes through the BS. They always push through the BS. Kurt Franklin would not be the same Kurt Franklin that we know in 2023, 2024 if he chose to be the victim to the deal that he took back in the 90s. Think about that. If you choose to be the victim, you will forever be the victim and you will never move from the position that you're currently in. So Kurt Franklin said, yeah, you know what? I took a deal. They took 100% of my publishing. Think about this. All of my songwriters, all of my producers that's actually done some work. If somebody takes 100% of your publishing and you choose to stop working, are you actually still working in the field? Are you actually still a producer or actually still a songwriter? No. Because you quit. You chose to be the victim. Angie says, but that still does not. Oh my God, I gotta end this pod today, yo. Yo, I'm not trying to. All right, so I know my stance and my position is very strong when it comes to certain things. But I will say this. This is the reason. There's a reason behind everything. I have had bad management. The first publishing deal I did, them mugs took, I think, like 20%. Right? 20%. Now think about this. If my average check, because that first publishing deal was with for the Jim Jones joint and the Dipset joint, I got, I think, $4,000 or something like that up front. Brokey stuff, straight brokey. I shouldn't have never did that deal. Right? $4,000, something like that up front. And then it was like an admin deal or something like that. Shouldn't have never took the deal, but guess what? I need the bread. I didn't choose to be the victim. I didn't choose. So if I chose to be the victim in that one for that one deal, I would have never got an Eminem placement. Think about it like that. I would have never got a 50 Cent placement. I would have never got the Bad Meets Evil placement. I never got no placements. If I chose to be the victim and say, oh, they took advantage of me. I shouldn't have never did. Y'all should have never offered me that deal. If you never offered me that deal, I'd be doing better. I'd be doing better in life right now. Come on, yo. Stop it. So look, this is the thing. That's why I say I'm going to apply Kurt Franklin. For hustling through, even having them take 100% of his publishing. Because look, this is what Kurt did. And he didn't, I don't know if he talked, I got to watch the full interview. But what Kurt did is this. He said, I'm going to keep writing these songs. I'm going to keep going to these churches. I'm going to keep doing these dates. He may have even had an MD job where he had to go play at somebody's church every Sunday to survive. Guess what? He kept hustling through it. And Kurt is the Kurt now. He is him. He's literally him. Interviewing with Shannon Sharp. So I think I'm going to do this. I think I'm going to name this whole episode Death of the Victim. No, that sounds bad. That sounds terrible. Not Death of the Victim. Death of the Pity Party. Something like that. We're going to say something like that. But y'all can put anything in the super chats that y'all want to talk about. We're going to wrap it up. Let me see who came in the chat. Inez in the chat. Hey, girl. Let me give you a clap. Thank you for coming. Heroes in the building. don't know if M-Base is still here, but M-Base was here earlier. Sneakers in the pool. What's up? What's up? Trey was in the building. That's all. So I did. So everybody and I'm gonna read those super chats. Everybody that's here watching on YouTube, if y'all follow me on TikTok, I have been banned again. I am banned until the 22nd. I didn't even say nothing. Like I submitted for an appeal, so hopefully they grant me the appeal. But all I said, I was playing the pre-show and playing some Kanye, and Kanye said something in one of his bars, and I paused the music. I said, "Yo, if Ye said that in 2023, he'll be canceled." And then I kept the music playing, and then they canceled me. So I ain't say nothing else. That's all I said, literally. Angela says, "You love my perspective. That's why you come every week." I appreciate you, yo. That made me feel special. Oh, thank you. Mike said, we just giving you a hard time this morning. This is the thing, yo. I'm very sensitive when it comes to people being done wrong. When I feel like somebody's been done wrong, I'm very sensitive to what that means. And then I dig into it and actually look and say, were they done wrong, or were they just being sensitive? Or were they really done wrong and something predatory happened to them? Because this is the thing. When it came to, and I'll mention it because I'm actually taking up for it technically. But when it came to that Cassie and Puff thing, nobody actually read in between the lines of what I was actually saying. Everybody just chose to take the route where I'm a man, so I must be taking up for Puff. If you actually dissect what I was saying, I didn't say that at all. I said, yo, I do believe two things can exist in the same space. That's all I was saying. Cause I feel like everybody has the option to choose their battles. Now, some stuff is just landed in it. You're born in it, and it's gonna be you hustling to get yourself out of the position that your family could have presented to you. Your family could have came from the hood where everybody's dope dealers, and now guess what? Because everybody else is dope dealers, more than likely, because your family does it, you're gonna do it, unless you say, all right, you know what? I need to change the trajectory of my being. I need to do something different. I don't want to end up like Uncle so-and-so in jail. I don't want to end up like cuz so-and-so that got murdered. Right? So I think everybody has the potential to choose what they want their outcome to be. But I think a lot of people lack focus. And they say they let the outside world come speak into their environment, and then they say, well, since they said it must be real. What they said, it got to apply to me, so let me go do what they do. So that's why I take certain stance. Angela, are we going to talk about the recession? Are we going to talk about the market in 2024? Maybe. I've honestly been trying to stay away from recession talk because I feel like it goes back to that whole victim and what's broadcast. If like same reason why I don't like to go to the conversations where people say I don't believe in marriage. People shouldn't get married now. Marriages aren't real. All women are bad. All men are opportunists. The thought culture, like I feel like the more we keep saying things like that, the more we are implementing that mindset and trying to get people to sway that way. So I try not to go into the whole recession talk. I choose to go to what can we do to get out of that situation. Same thing. Like I know you commented on that clip with the factory workers or the road workers that tape the dude up to the city workers tape the dude up to the sign. because he was trying to steal out of their car. I thought that was justified. Because what could have happened was, worst case scenario, they could have done something nasty to that boy. And when I say nasty, I'm not talking about like rape or nothing like that. I'm talking about like hurt, like shoot, like stab. They could have done something real bad to that boy. But what they end up doing was taping him to the sign and wait for the cops to come get him. I thought that was good. I was like, oh, it's funny. And you know, they're getting the job done. Somebody commented on that post and said, yo, this is kidnap. Stop it. It's okay, it's kidnap, and he's trying to rob from their personal vehicles. And they're kidnapping him. Come on. In broad daylight where everybody can see. They didn't take him to some room and tape him up and hog tie him. Come on. They did this in broad daylight and they laughing like, yeah, he tried to steal from me too. And recorded it. How is that kidnap? Don't be sensitive. I did see that clip about the lady that wrote "Killing Me Softly." I'll talk about that on Tuesday's pod. Did you get my post on the risky marriage? See, even in that, I'll talk about it, but I don't think marriage is risky if you do the research. Just do the research. I think the better we get at researching everything that we need or the things that we want, the better we get at researching those things, the better off we will be. I think anything is risky if you don't research it. Marriage is risky if you don't research it. Stock is risky if you don't research it. If you want to buy a car, it's risky if you don't research it. If you want to buy a house in a certain neighborhood, it's risky if you don't research it. Like, yo, let's not be victims. Let's not be victims, yo. Now, in the event that you do some research and you don't find everything that you need, then maybe try to start finding other resources. Start getting in communities, like the Lucrative community. I did not plug that today. Yo, Lucrative community is open. I will keep it open until January 1st. January 1st, I'm going to shut that joint down. I'm going to tend to the members in the group, and then I might open it up towards the end of January for new members. But I want to help as many people as possible. I want people to honestly start thinking from a prosperity mindset instead of a poverty mindset. I want people to honestly just start thinking like, how many times in one day did you actually talk yourself out of the dream that's going to benefit you? In one day. How many times did you say, well, you know, that one thing didn't work? And this is what happens. People say, well, I need to build this thing, and they got the plan right here. This is the plan. And all they got to do is take the plan to this destination, and everything will start working. But what they do, they look at the plan, they start nitpicking the plan, they say, it ain't going to work. The destination is still right there waiting for you. You just threw away the plan. It ain't going to work. You talk yourself. So Lucrative community is open. If y'all do want to join the Lucrative community, I will have the link below. Shouts out to Groomy. Y'all will have the discount code if you want to buy the Groomy products. Am I missing anything? Nobody else paid for ad time for the day. So everybody that posted in the super chats, we'll get to this on Tuesday. Because I am an hour and 34 minutes in. So we'll talk about all this stuff on Tuesday. Please keep sending the clips. I love y'all. Be encouraged. Work hard. All the Lucrative community members, if y'all have the plans that y'all want to submit for our Sunday evening, and we might change that. For our Sunday evening meeting, go ahead and submit the plans. We'll start going through everything. And let's work. Let's work. All right, Trey, Inez, thank y'all so much. Thank y'all so much. I'll be back on TikTok at some point. And hopefully they don't ban me again. Golly. Jeez. But all right, episode 119 in the books. I will holler at y'all next week. Peace.